Life in medieval England was not just simple. It was harsh, unforgiving, and relentless, especially for ordinary people. In small, isolated villages, survival came at the cost of endless labor, where comfort was rare and luxury almost unknown. Every single day was ruled by nature, strict family roles, and hard work from the moment you were old enough to stand. Imagine you are a young girl, about 16 years old, living in medieval England. Your day begins before the sun has even risen. The sky outside is still dark, and a faint blue light barely slips through the tiny window of your home. You are curled up on a simple straw mattress, covered with a thin, rough blanket. You hold it tightly, trying to trap whatever little warmth it has. The air is cold, so cold that you can almost see your breath. There is no indoor heating. The walls around you are made of mud, wood, and stone, and while they protect you from the wind, they do little to keep the warmth inside. The fire from last night has long gone out, leaving the room damp and chilly. From across the room, you hear movement. Your mother is already awake. She has been up for a while, quietly starting the fire again, preparing for the long day ahead. Soon she walks over to you and gently but firmly calls your name. There is no time to stay in bed. You open your eyes slowly, your body still heavy with sleep. For a moment you wish you could stay under the blanket just a little longer, but you know you cannot. As the oldest among your siblings, much of the responsibility at home falls on you. You sit up, your feet touching the cold, hard ground, and a shiver runs through your body. You quickly dress in your simple clothes, rough fabric slightly worn from daily use. There is no time to complain, no time to rest. Your first task is already waiting. You pick up a wooden bucket, its handle smooth from years of use, and step outside. The morning air hits your face instantly, sharp and freezing. The ground is damp, sometimes muddy, and your shoes do little to protect you from the cold. The village is quiet, but not asleep. In the distance, you can see faint movement, other villagers beginning their day just like you. A rooster crows somewhere nearby. You make your way to the well. It is not close, and carrying water is never easy. When you arrive, you lower the bucket slowly, listening to the rope creak as it unwinds. A soft splash echoes as it hits the water below. You pull the bucket back up, your arms straining from the weight. It's heavy, and the rope burns slightly against your hands. But you've done this many times before. Carefully, you lift the bucket and begin the walk back home, trying not to spill too much water. Water is precious. Every drop matters. It is needed for cooking, cleaning, and drinking. And since there is no water supply inside your home, this well is your only source. When you return, your mother is already preparing the kitchen area. A small fire crackles weakly, slowly growing stronger. The smell of smoke fills the room. You immediately begin to help. Breakfast must be prepared quickly, but it is always simple. Some mornings it is just a thin porridge made from oats and water. Other days, if you are lucky, there is bread, hard and slightly stale, served with a bit of jam or maybe some milk. You stir the pot carefully, watching the porridge thicken over the fire. Your younger siblings begin to wake, their sleepy voices filling the small space. There is no luxury, no extra comfort, but this is your life. Every morning begins this way, with work, responsibility, and the quiet strength to keep going. Script. Your first task inside the house is to clean. You take a large rough broom made of bundled twigs and begin sweeping the floor. Dust, bits of straw, and dirt scatter as you push everything toward the door. The kitchen, the main room, every corner of the house, it all must be cleaned. There is no polished floor, no easy tools, just hard work. You bend, sweep, and repeat until your arms begin to ache. But your work is far from over. Next comes the barn. As you step outside again, the smell of animals fills the air. You move quickly, feeding the chickens, scattering grain across the ground. They rush toward it, clucking loudly. Then you carefully collect the eggs, placing them one by one into a small basket, making sure not to crack them. Each egg is valuable. Nothing can be wasted. After that, you head further away from the house. You need to gather fire materials, dry sticks, small branches, and anything that will burn. The fire is essential. Without it, there is no warmth, no cooked food. But this task is not as simple as it sounds. As you walk deeper into the trees, the world becomes quieter and more dangerous. Suddenly, you freeze. A wild boar stands not far from you. Your heart starts racing. One wrong move, and it could charge. You've heard the stories. You know how dangerous it is, but you've done this before. Slowly, very slowly, you step back. You control your breathing, trying not to make a sound. Then you move behind a tree, using it as cover. Carefully, you begin to climb it, your hands gripping the rough bark. You stay there, holding still, barely breathing, waiting. Seconds feel like minutes. Finally, the boar loses interest and walks away. Only then do you climb down, your body tense but relieved. There is no time to think about what just happened. You still have work to do. You gather as many sticks and dry pieces of wood as you can carry, holding them tightly in your arms before heading back home. When you return, your mother is already preparing for the next meal. You immediately join her, helping to prepare lunch. Again, it is simple food, but after all that work, it feels enough. You sit and eat with your family, but exhaustion is already catching up to you. Your body feels heavy, and for a moment, all you want is to lie down and rest. You try to take a short nap, but your mother calls you again. Today is washing day. You sigh quietly, but you already know you must go. You gather the clothes and head toward the river with other girls from the village. The walk is long, but this is one of the few moments you actually enjoy, because your friends are there. You talk, laugh, and share small moments of happiness, even while working. You kneel by the cold water, scrubbing the clothes again and again, your hands growing numb from the cold. It is hard work, but at least you are not alone. After finishing, you carry the wet clothes back home. The day is not over yet. You sit down with a needle and thread. Sewing is a skill every girl must learn. You carefully repair worn-out clothes, stitching slowly and precisely. Your eyes strain, your back aches, but you keep going. Finally, as the sun begins to set, it's time to help with dinner. You assist your mother once more, preparing the last meal of the day. When everything is ready, you sit with your family and eat together in the dim light of the fire. By now, you are completely exhausted. At last, your work is done. You lie back down on your simple bed, pulling your thin blanket over you once again. Your body is tired, your hands sore, your mind quiet, and within moments, you fall into a deep sleep, ready to wake up and do it all over again tomorrow.